when should you pause an Amazon PPC campaign and what's the right way to do it without hurting performance later? You would want to zoom out and understand why you created that campaign, what was the strategy behind it, and if that strategy is still applicable. Giving you an example, right before this live session, I was strategizing for one of the brands we managed, and I was looking into inventory level. And what I noticed is that on our end, what we did do correctly is ensure that we checked out any old inventory that is there. We created new campaigns for those products. And now looking back for the last 30 days, we did not check up more often on those products. So those products sold, but they did not sold with the purpose that we wanted to. So the strategy there, it was not applied. This is not because of neglect, but because we had so many things on our plate that we deprioritized it. Now that we know that, and we know that a new month is coming, it's still not highly urgent, but is priority number 2 or 3. Right now for us, for this account, this month, we're going to ensure we'll keep a close eye on those products. If we want to move inventory with advertising, we have to make sure those campaigns are performing as expected. So that is one of the things that we would not pause the campaign, but we would add additional budget. The reason why I answer you that way is because you're asking about pausing. Pausing has to do with, is it still relevant to the strategy that you have? Because then you should not pause it. The strategy also means you are going to spend, $100 to find out if those keywords, if that campaign, if those targetings are working for you or not. And based on that, you're going to decide if I'm going to continue with what I'm doing. Am I going to achieve my goal or not? So that is when we would consider pausing things. Very important. Here, what I would suggest before pausing any campaign, open up the campaign. And if this is you who created the campaign, or if this is someone else who created the campaign, for example, internally in ScaleWave, there are multiple people who are creating campaign, but it's still based on the same strategy. But I would advise you open up the campaign and see what is inside. The campaign might have 100% ACoS. Once you're opening up the campaign, you're going to notice, hey, I made 5 sales at 20% ACoS, which is profitable for me. But the rest of the keywords, either they generated clicks, did not convert it, or they just simply did not got any impressions. And then what you're going to notice, hey, this campaign actually works for me. I should be pausing everything that does not work as expected, even if the products are relevant to your strategy. Then what you would do, you're just pausing those, creating a new campaigns only with those, either targets, either products, whatever the strategy is behind the account. That is how I would go about, is this old but still relevant? Is this something I forgot about and I should be taking care of right now? Or is this something that 2 months ago it was a priority, now it's not? We are spending money on something that we should not. Then it's going to be clearly a pause. Or, hey, this campaign, if I'm opening up the campaign, the components of the campaign are showing me that parts of it work, other parts don't. Then you would pause whatever does not. And if the whole thing doesn't work, if you have the one keyword and you have 100 clicks and it's an exact match keyword, that also is telling you that for that specific keyword, you're not converting. So then also we would first lower the bids, and when we see that there's really no conversion, we would pause.